The NBA Season 9 2022 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 22.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers begin the game with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Harris lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Paul. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Driving right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Suns ball. Booker looking for his man. Rebound taken by the Sixers. Harris. The pass taken away to Booker. Count it.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. McGee powers it through.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Simmons with it. Down by one. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Booker to Paul. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. Can't connect. Paul into the front court. Leads one. JaVale McGee to Paul. They'll get it down to Booker. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Harris. To Simmons. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Embiid. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Harris fires the three. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Here's CP3. Deep two there, won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Oh, denied.
As my old team.
Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Suns control the possession to Mikal Bridges. Booker. It's Paul for two. Wide open look, won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Missed it. To Embiid. Runner here, won't go down. Now Paul with the basketball. The score 12-8. JaVale McGee. Deep right corner. Knocks it down off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And counted at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Tough make through traffic.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Blocked away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Devin Booker swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
DeAndre Ayton to Paul. Down for McGee. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend. DeAndre Ayton to Booker. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Devin Booker, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. It goes down.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Booker with it. Down two. Joel Embiid. Huge block. Knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Hayden. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. It's Phoenix ball. DeAndre Ayton. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. The drive right to the basket. And a chance coming up at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And he connects on the first free throw.
For Philadelphia, number 43, Andre Drummond. And number 45.
2 for 2 on that trip. To Payton. DeAndre Ayton to Crawford. Jamal Crawford. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Short jumper won't go down. That's rebounded by Embiid. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Oops. He missed the first one. And he hits the second.
For Phoenix, number 45, Jay Crowder.
Misses the last one. 1 for 3 trip. And draws contact. Andre Drummond going to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, look. Sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Knocks down the first.
For the Suns, number 44, Frank Kaminsky.
And gets both to drop at the line. Phoenix with it. And count the basket inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Crawford. Here comes the screen. And the finish. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oh, the slam popped out. Payton to Crawford. To Payton. The Suns with 4 to shoot. And he hits.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Sixers control it. Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down.
Good shot.
Second and 3. Got it.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 20, Justin Anderson.
Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Payton into the front court. Down just a couple. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Collective, the 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Five on the shot clock. Cruises inside for 2.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
First foul in the last 2 minutes. Into the game for Philadelphia, number 1.
Hayden. Has a look. Crowder's shot won't fall to Drummond. Trying to cash in, just not going down.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
And he finishes at the rim.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3.
To number 4, Elfrid Payton. That's his second personal foul.
First one, count it.
For the Suns, number 24, Chris Paul.
Goes 2 for 2. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Sizing up the defense. JaVale McGee to Paul. Has a chance. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Time expires. It's the Sixers out in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
To Crawford. 5 seconds to shoot. Chance for Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 3 for 9. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
First free throw is good.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Able to convert on both free throws. Suns with the basketball. Paul to Crawford. Here comes the screen. Andre Drummond pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Paul into the front court. Now down 6. Oh, he got a piece of it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
From the painted area, won't go down. Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Crawford. Paul, they have to keep him in their grasp.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Chris Paul.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for Phoenix, number 20.
Simmons. 4-3.
Number 11, Jamal Crawford. That's his second personal foul.
And hits the first free throw. That one won't go. One more to come. Phoenix has the ball. Shot from the lane won't go. Simmons with it. Leads 5. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw.
For Phoenix, number 1, Devin Booker.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Ben Simmons snatching it out of the air. It's theirs now. And look out.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Nothing going here on that drive. Devin Booker. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Into the front court. It's Booker. 9-point margin. From the outside, no good. For 3, he engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the basket good at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Simmons into the front court. His team up by 7. Curling inside. And the finish on the nice step through.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
And he knocks it down, Jay. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
And one. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Whoops, that won't go. Paul to Booker. Now a steal by Philly.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Add 2 points to the board. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
JaVale McGee with the block. Booker with it. Down 8. Down for McGee. Cleans it up. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Sixers have the basketball. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
From long range. Paul across the timeline. Down 4. Short jumper off the mark. The follow won't go either. Knocked loose. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Short jumper off the mark. In the front court comes Simmons. They lead it. 4-point game. A shot no good by Harris.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. goes 2 for 2 at the line. Paul into the front court. Down 6. Gets it in the right corner. Down for McGee. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Fires the 3. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one goes down. It's the second. One more coming. Hits all 3 free throws. It's Suns ball. Booker to Paul. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Fires the 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Booker to Mikal Bridges. Beyond the arc for 3. Off the mark. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Suns control the possession. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Screen coming. Surveys the floor. Let's see what's there. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Simmons. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Nope. First one does not go. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Paul to Booker. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down a dozen. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Mikal Bridges. Sixers have it. to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
And he adds the free throw. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. To Mikal Bridges. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Take stock of the floor. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shakes free and hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Paul into the front court. Down a bundle.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Paul. Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The 76ers will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Suns were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Phoenix Suns.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Joel Embiid is up in the air swatting shots. When he's not doing that, he's down on the floor making steals. Who wouldn't be impressed by a first half like that?
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
It's Phoenix ball.
I got him. Here we go.
Payton. Gets it in the left corner. Got it.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
touch at the rim. Count it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Payton with the basketball. His guys down big. Has a look. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And scores on a nifty dance to the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Philadelphia with the basketball. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
And he makes them both. Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Crawford. Short jumper misses.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
To Crawford. Jamal Crawford. He's 3 for 7.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Drummond. Won't go. Crawford. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Green punching it home with the putback slam.
I mean, really? Is it really difficult to box out these days?
Crawford. Warren picked up by Tolliver. And count the basket.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
To Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Payton. Here comes the screen. To Crawford. The shot by Payton won't fall. Second effort. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Justin Anderson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Into the front court, it's Booker. He'll run the offense. To Paul. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Ooh, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
4-3. Not easy.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
JaVale McGee, putback's good.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Sixers call for time as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Phoenix Suns, number 25.
For three, and it's good.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Booker. From long range. Won't go down. Fires the three. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Goes to the left side. Baseline drive. Shot won't go. To Drummond. No, I missed a short one there. Chance for Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Andre Drummond sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. To Booker. Fires the three. Not going down here. To Paul. Has a chance. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Phoenix with it. Deep left corner. Booker to Paul. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Here's CP3. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can...
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
Visit our team website for more details.
It's Paul for 2. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. To Booker. JaVale McGee has a look. Off the mark.
The most out there looking like the Dikembe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Time for some new personnel into the game. Hayden. Paul. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Nice finish at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Suns with the basketball. Hayden to Paul. Curling inside. Andre Drummond tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Elfrid Payton, good touch.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. To Paul. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
To Drummond. Frank Kaminsky sends it away. Trying to cash in, and he'll head to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First one, count it.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 1.
2 for 2 on that trip. Paul with it up top. Down a bundle. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from long range. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Phoenix has the ball.
Hey, double screen.
Chance for Chris Paul. Doesn't get the bounce. Desperation shot here from half court. 3 quarters complete. And a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
It's a big finish. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Simmons. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. To Paul. 4-3. And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there. 4-3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Count the basket at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Mikal Bridges. Probing the defense. Paul. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Into the game for the 76ers, number 15.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. To Booker. Paul to Booker. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Booker. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Chance for Paul. Gets a shot up off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
They get it down to Paul. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Tobias Harris swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Paul across the timeline. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. and gets both to drop at the line. Slam dunk.
If you know a guy is a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. And scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Gets to the basket and scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Paul into the front court. Margins 8. DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. Here's CP3. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Simmons with it. His team on top by 8. Whoa! What a finish!
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head him.
To Paul. Booker to Paul. Got a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 43, Andre Drummond.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Drummond. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Simmons with a shot, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Add 2 points to the board.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. It's Suns ball. And throws it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
To Simmons. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Devin Booker at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw.
Philadelphia 76ers, number 21, Joel Embiid.
Goes 2 for 2. Simmons into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Joel Embiid. 4 out of 10.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
To Booker. Paul. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. To Simmons. And scores. Strong take.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Paul. Nice pass to set things up. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Deep two there. Won't go. Sixers control it. To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's struggled so far. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Suns control the possession. DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. Booker. Great feed. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
No good, but two shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Joel Embiid, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 44.
Able to convert on both free throws. Another chance. Cleared out by Embiid. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. Substitution being made in this one.
Philadelphia, number 10, Danny Green.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Booker.
Left in
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Knocks down the first.
Entering the game for the Suns, number 22.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. For three. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
From long range. And the Suns right there for the rebound. Sixers have the basketball. Runner here won't go down. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys down by 9. McGee powers it through. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Fires the 3. Cleans the offensive glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter. And a chance here to empty their bench. Joel Embiid pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now a whistle. We'll get a timeout from Phoenix as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Devin Booker at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw is good to finish off the 3-point play. And the margin down to 8. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the denial. That one's going to be out of bounds. Devin Booker. Not that time. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers edged out a close victory in today's game. No one should be surprised that we're highlighting all of the shots that were blocked in this contest. It's just amazing how one swat can fire up a team, and even their coach. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Suns just couldn't close this one out. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victim. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Phoenix Suns. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
Game 3-9 Dallas Mavericks 1-3-2 Portland Trail Blazers 1-1-2 Final. Game 3-9 Memphis Grizzlies 1-1-8 San Antonio Spurs 1-1-0 Final. Game 3-9 Denver Nuggets 1-4 Brooklyn Nets 1-8 Final. Game 3-9 Toronto Raptors 1-5 Chicago Bulls 1-1 Final. Game 3-9 Sacramento Kings 1-4 Atlanta Hawks 1-1 Final. Game 3-9 New York Knicks 9-6 Miami Heat 1-10 Final. Game 3-9 Milwaukee Bucks 9-9 Cleveland Cavaliers 1-5 Final.